Welcome back to another edition of Bourbon Kingdom. I am David.
And I'm Zach.
And today we are blessed
Blessed is the right word.
to be able to review the E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. What?
Batch 10.
This is batch 10.
Batch 10.
Batch 10.
The newest batch.
The newest batch.
Yeah, so...
I'm super stoked about this.
Yeah, everybody who's been in bourbon for a long time already knows, like, this is typically one of the better bottles that's released annually every single year. They are, some of them, I don't think I've ever had a bad one. I don't know if anybody's ever technically had a bad one of these. But they are
That's
just...
a little healthy pour I gave you right there.
Yeah, as it should. But these are no doubt highly sought after and extremely hard to come by. I was very, very lucky to come by one of them. And normally these are on like lottery kind of, as he's hugging my bottle in a weird non-sexual way. Ish. These bottles are so hard to come by. Normally you can only find them in lotteries. Like I said, I was lucky enough I was able to make a trade for them. And yeah, that's...
And I know there are probably people who are watching this who are going, I get them all the time.
Yeah,
Well,
good for you.
Way to go, buddy.
Yeah, good for you.
Way to go.
Probably, yeah, there's somebody out there.
Meanwhile, my wish list has a daggone single barrel on it.
Yeah, it's true. This did reach my wish list because I think that was what mine was the barrel proof, right?
I believe it was.
Yeah. So we at least got one of those goals
Well,
met.
Way to go.
Yeah, I know, right? Which works out for you.
It does work. It always works out for me. Your bourbon works out for me.
Yeah,
So I'm totally fine with it.
Ain't that the truth? So really quick, before we start this review, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Go ahead and give us a like. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Facebook at Bourbon Kingdom. Go ahead and do all those things that we normally say at the end of the video. That
do all that you can do to support us.
Yeah.
Or
much.
criticize us, whichever way.
Yeah, if you want to do that, just go ahead and leave us a comment criticizing us.
But you do have to subscribe to our channel in order to do so. So, whatever you need to do.
Yeah, that's the only fair, kind of requirement we ask.
Yep.
So anyways, talking about the bottle itself. So this is made by Buffalo Trace. I know, like what we said earlier, the proof is 127.3.
Woo!
The age is kind of hard to figure out. Like, I've read different things. I've read 7 years. I've read it's 9 years. So I'm just going to say it's between 7 and 9 years. Mash bill, I don't know. MSRP is a joke. I think it said like $60, $70, something like that. Whatever. You're finding that on the secondary for like 500 plus.
Except for you people who go, yeah, I get those all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, those people. So yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much the bottle. Let's go ahead and get into delicious tasting.
Yes.
And that nose is just...
Now I really like, because the apple is right at the front of it, and the only note that I kind of like a little bit more than an apple note is like a tobacco note.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in the nose, man, if you get a good tobacco in the nose, it just smells so good.
So it's like very... I agree with the apple. But it's like a bakery apple, like a donut apple, pastry apple kind of note there. A lot of sugar. It's so welcoming, and you have a lot of like Buffalo Trace, like higher proof traditional notes that come from this, and it's just, man, it's so good. It's almost like that. And this is bringing me back to a job I had back in high school. I used to be like a cotton candy, snow cone, funnel cake vendor at our local baseball field. Yep. And like that apple drizzle you can put on top of a funnel cake?
Oh, yeah.
Like powdered sugar and stuff?
Yeah.
That's the nose, dude. That right there. Man, that's so good. Oh.
Now that's a sweeter finish than the. I don't remember which one I had
Talking about the one at the bar that we had?
Yeah.
That was batch 9.
That was batch 9.
Yeah.
This is a little bit sweeter than batch 9 to me.
It is coming off a little bit sweeter, but at the same time, I'm getting like barrel char notes from it. So like on the palate, you get a lot of that sweet. It's like it's still like a lot of like that apple note, but then you're also getting a little bit of barrel char with that, which is like very different. I don't remember having barrel char with with an English Taylor barrel proof. I can't ever. That's very
that
different to
wasn't
me.
that definitely didn't stand out on that pour I had. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, the more I drink that, the more of that char's coming out of it, and more of just like that rich, traditional kind of Buffalo Trace fruit that you get out of that.
Yes.
Like some red fruit, apple, just, man, that's just so good.
You know, it's like a subtle heat to it too. It's not like it doesn't feel like 127 proof.
No, I think it's
and what I like about it is you have to keep drinking it, and as you drink it, you feel it more and more as it's going like.
Oh yeah, more of that like that Kentucky hug.
Yeah, as the more and more you drink it, the more and more you feel that, and it's just it stays with you, but it's subtle.
Yeah,
like it's just I don't know that I've drank a bourbon that is like that.
Yeah,
where the heat is there, but it's like it's just a more subtle heat. Man, it's good.
It's just really good, and the more you drink of it, on the nose, just more of that fruit is just starting to pop on it, and man, it's just this. Man, it's a shame how allocated that bottle is.
It's a shame how it's a shame.
I know that's a dumb statement.
Anything that has E.H. Taylor on it, it feels like it's super allocated.
That's true.
And it shouldn't be. Like, people should be able to enjoy this on the regular. Like, it shouldn't be so scarce that you have to pay what you have to pay or trade what you have to trade in order to get it, because it's not good. Buffalo Trace should want people to have this in their hands. And they do. They want people to have it in their hands. They just want it to be special too, which it is.
Oh,
it's definitely special.
It's one of the. It's honestly.
This is going to be in the top 5 at the end of this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I would totally agree. I mean, it could be.
Man,
2.
That finish is so like it just keeps coming and it's like a wave of it. It's like, well, you could take another drink, but then you're going to be sad that you take another drink because I'm just now getting to where you need to be.
It's great. To tell somebody to pay the kind of secondary prices that people are paying for, I don't know if I can justify that. But at the same time, like if you're wanting something, let me say this. Let me just back up now. If we take the whole price money thing for what they're worth, like, Warehouse C and the, Tornado and the Sour Oak and all that, like take out like the money, like that comes with all of that and the ridiculous thousands of dollars that some of those bottles are going for. I think this bottle is better than the majority of those bottles, if not most of them. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, that's blasphemy. But no, seriously, most of these barrel proofs can beat most of those high-end allocated one-off bottles. Like, just if you can just take the money out of it, what would somebody have? Because obviously, if you get
the clout that comes with having a Warehouse C or a Tornado bottle on your like, if your Tornado bottle sitting in your collection, that's just like. That's just a bragging point. Like, be able to be like, hey, listen.
Yeah.
You see what I got?
Or I got a 4-grain or a grain against the gods, all that stuff. Yeah. So,
listen, if you can find this at retail, then you're luckier than...
Basically.
You've got a 4-leaf clover stuck somewhere that we don't need to talk about.
Yeah.
But this is just so good. Go to a bar, get a pour of it. If you pay $20 to $25 for a pour, that's a good price. I'll give it to my people down at Evergreen Nulu. Shout out to Nulu.
Yeah.
They had last year's. They had the 9.
Yeah, they had batch 9.
They had batch 9 for $15 a pour.
Yeah, that's a steal.
That's a steal.
It's a steal.
Go drink it and enjoy it.
That was part of my trio.
Yeah, and just enjoy the fact that you got to drink some of this.
Yeah.
So
let me say this too. Comparing this to batch 9 would be interesting, but I would say this. I think they drink a little differently. I think at batch 9, it's a little bit higher proof, but I don't think it drinks as high proof as this one, and I don't think you get the same barrel char notes out of this one.
No, I think you're right, and
which is great. They're both great.
This one is, like I said, it is staying with you. I am still feeling the heat.
Yeah,
from it.
It's fantastic. It's great.
Okay. Listen, whatever you can do to drink some of it, drink some of it.
Yeah.
Go to a bar, spend $30, $45, $60 on 3 or 4 pours of it, and you will not be disappointed that you did so.
No, it's great. Yeah. Definitely, obviously, I recommend trying it. If it's within your price range, if it's within your budget, and you can realistically get it, and you're comfortable with that spending that money, I don't think you'd be disappointed. If you can follow along with a small batch or single barrel E.H. Taylor, if you like that profile, it's right there. It's fantastic. It's great.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, all right.
Well, till the next time, man. Enjoy your bourbon.
See ya.
See ya.